Hi, I'm Vanessa Sivitz, and I will be doing my oral and visual communication reflection. Coming into English 150, I had some oral communication experience, mostly with the German course that I took throughout high school, all 4 years. Obviously, that's not English; it's German, so it's a little different. But then I had a couple of speeches here and there my junior year of high school with the English course that I took, and then I had, I think, 2 or 3 in my English 9 course for my freshman year of high school. I think this class with the oral communication and how much more exposure I had to that, it's really built up my experience and my knowledge and how comfortable I am in front of others. But I think the biggest challenge for me with oral communication is just remembering everything that I have to address with what I'm presenting about. And usually I remember most things, or at least I have with this course. But with that, I don't keep up with the notes that I have on my phone or on my note cards, like whatever. I don't keep up with the notes that I have and the different things that I'm going throughout my oral communication, and that will, if I were to search for what I might forget, or it would take away from the presentation and would not go as smoothly as it has. And personally, I'd rather forget a couple things and have the oral speech, be to the point and concise. But I'd rather forget like a couple things and have a decent grade than to constantly look down at my note cards and feel as if I don't know what subject I'm talking about. And I think also what helped with this course and the oral communication aspect is discussing in class and knowing who is in my class, like who they are, like working with them during class periods, the different group projects, stuff like that. I think that really helped because I knew that I could walk up front, present about whatever topic, whatever assignment I'm presenting about, and know that they would respect me and ask me questions if they had any, especially with the creating a visual. But I knew that I knew every person for the most part. I respected them, they respected me, and I think knowing them, interacting with them on a daily basis really puts you, or puts who's ever presenting on a different level because they're comfortable, and they know that they'll be respected personally. And then I think with the oral communication, things that are, I think, for me, another aspect, as I kind of talked about before, I didn't really have a lot of experience in high school, and I think it would be a lot better if I had, especially with the technology age and the digital age, and how heavy my generation and millennials and how heavy we rely on our technology because it's so prominent in our lives. And I know with my generation, we text a lot more and we get weirded out if people call us, except if it's like our parents or something. But being able to communicate effectively orally rather than through a text or whatever, any like written aspect, I think it's a huge skill to have, because there's interviews that you may have and you may not be so great at them because you lacked the experience and the knowledge about oral communication. But just being able to communicate effectively orally rather than written is a huge skill, because then you're able to be precise with what you're thinking and have others understand that, whether it's friends, loved ones, family, whatever. And personally, I think for me, if I can work on remembering what I need to express and go more into depth on things that I should include with assignments. But other than that, I think we're good there. Visual aspect, I have a lot more experience with that. It's something that has been in my life for a very long time. My sister has a communications degree, and she's very artsy, did a lot of design projects in high school, did a lot of art projects, painting, things like that in college as well. And I would hang out with her a ton, so I'd be exposed to that. And then my freshman year of high school, I was in a graphic art and design and screen printing course, and that heavily relied on Photoshop, on different colors, like what they meant, the analytical aspect to them. But with that, I have like a ton of experience, but after that course, I didn't really take anything else, so my Photoshop skills no longer with me. But the different like colors, what they mean, like red, as I'm pointing to my red folder, is used a ton with fast food restaurants to like make you hungrier, something like that. And then white means pure. Just the different analytical aspects I've had a lot of exposure to with the graphic art and design and screen printing course that I took. And then I also got reintroduced to that in my composition for college course, my junior year of high school with my English class. And then I think just with this course, it's just a refresher, kind of made me miss Photoshop, but with creating visual communication stuff, like with the poster, creating a visual, I expected a lot more I expected to be able to edit more, and I think that's the most difficult thing most challenging thing for me was the Canva not doing what I wanted it to do, because I was so used to my expectations with Photoshop, because that's really the only editing that I've done my freshman year of high school, so like 5 years ago. And so my expectations for an editing app were very high, because I'm so used to Photoshop, and it came with the computers that we worked on, so we didn't have to pay for it, everything, and I just kind of worked with it as I went with the different assignments that I had. But using Canva is a lot different, and it didn't have as many tools as I wanted it to have, because I had this idea with the visual aspect and just didn't do what I wanted it to do, but that is okay. I think that visual communication is a huge skill, because we're exposed to it every single day of our lives. There's everything, especially with the digital age, like that article that we discussed in class once about how with your search history and stuff like that, platforms target different ads to you based on what you've searched, what you follow, and just being able to know about that and know how the different colors or the different layouts and stuff like that, how that affects you. I think that it creates a huge advantage personally, like to know the thought and the analysis that went into creating different items. So yeah, thanks for listening and thanks for watching.